Let's create this design in Canva. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to make a 3D effect using an app that's completely changed the game for 3D designs. Let's dive in. I'll start by opening a new design. The size doesn't matter, I'm using the Instagram story resolution, but you can choose any size that fits your needs. First, I'll change the background color to a shade of red, then enable the rulers. If you don't see the rulers, just hit Shift and R on your keyboard to make them appear. Next, I'll drag a ruler to the exact center of my design for a precise alignment. Now I'll create a rectangle, stretching it to cover the left side of my design. I'll apply a gradient color. The left side will match the red background and the right side will be black with zero transparency, creating a shadow element. Then I'll duplicate this rectangle and change the black gradient to white, again keeping the transparency at 0. Next, I'll search for a shadow line element. I'll rotate it 90 degrees and place it exactly in the center of my design. I'll repeat this process with a light line, stretching it to match the shadow line's size and reduce its transparency a bit. Since I no longer need the ruler line, I'll remove it. Now I'll add a new page to start creating the text. You can use any text you like, but the main idea is to have one letter that stretches across the design, giving it the look of starting on one wall and breaking into the other, creating a 3D effect. I'll download the text as a PNG with a transparent background. Then I'll use the Transform Image app. I'll click Choose File, upload the PNG, and zoom in a bit. This app allows me to adjust the perspective of the uploaded image. I'll change the perspective for the first half, add it to my design, then adjust the other half and add that as well. Now, I'll cut the left side of the text to show only the first two letters and part of the D. Position it, and I'll do the same for the right side, keeping only the letters E and R along with the other part of the D. I'll adjust everything to form one continuous piece of text. There are no strict rules here. The key is to align everything so it looks seamless, with no gaps in the middle. For the final touch, I'll duplicate the shadow line and place it over the left half of the letter. I'll reduce the transparency to around 50% to create a subtle shadow effect. And there you have it. The text now looks like it's breaking into the corner of a wall, creating a realistic 3D effect. And that's it. Hope this tutorial was helpful. Watch next to learn how to create this cool swipe effect in Canva. See you there!